Aloha, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. So, this morning, I wanted to talk to you about some of the stuff that I've been reflecting on and how I've had my wow moments, I guess you can call them, in regards to my reflections. Because, as you know, as we journey through this life, we're challenged or initiated with lessons that teach us how to improve ourselves or expand um, our minds. So I've been reflecting lately on my business. I am trying to hit a certain goal, and I know that there's been a block for a while, and I was too scared to pull back and get raw and real with myself about what I was doing to hold myself back. And so what I did was I did my own Akashic record session on myself, and I pulled about my wealth and abundance, because it seems that I can call in money, but I can only call in a certain amount, and I always get stuck and I can't push beyond that point. So my goal is to eventually retire my husband. I want to travel. I want to impact the world in different ways. I want to go see the 7 chakras of the world and some. And I want to just be able to travel freely, just really be free. And so in order to hit that next level, there's things that I've been doing that I didn't realize. When things are really close to you and in your face, you can't see it at the time. So of course that's what happens to us as well. um Intuitive healers and things like that, we definitely go through lessons. We are reflected things that we need to work on. And so I want to talk about how synchronization or coincidences are pretty much silent languages of the universe and how to read them. You might be seeing a number of things for coincidence numbers, are constantly catching your attention. Or you're going through a situation where somebody's reflecting something to you, or you're feeling a certain way, and maybe we don't think this is a reflection of us. We're thinking what's wrong with them, or excuse me, or let's like what's going on, and we don't ever look at the part that we play in it, right? So everything that happens, there's definitely a reflection for us. So just know that, yes, we may be used as mirrors, but there's also underlying a reflection that we need to see that we're not seeing. So for example, I am super grateful for Bobby and Alma, because I was reading my numerology report. Like, I've been drawn to numbers for a really, really long time. I never knew the synchronizations or anything like that until I started to look them up. And I'm like, what does this mean? This has to mean something. I keep seeing it. What is going on? And so, quick little Google searches. It started out like that. What does this mean? What does 1111 mean? What does, 111 or whatever, 222, 333? Like, what does it mean? And why do I keep seeing it? So after like journeying out into that part of my life and things like that, Alma gifted me a numerology report that she was abundantly gifted from Bobby. And what's funny is that I've been wanting my report for a really, really long time. And when I went to go actually pay for it, I wasn't able to pay for it. Like 2 or 3 different times I tried, because I was all excited, like, yay, Bobby, I'm finally getting my session. And so it didn't work, needless to say. But she won a session and she gifted it to me, and I'm super grateful for that, because numerology is just pretty much the language, the silent language, or the geometric language or vibration of the universe. And so um I was like, wow, that's awesome. So I started reading it and seeing how it's relating to my life. And I think I've got through like the first 10 pages. And holy shit, you guys, I'm so blown away. Some of the stuff that I've been working on lately, I didn't have like a pinpoint of what exactly I was working on. I just had an idea or a guidance of what it was. And I got clarity this morning. um, you know, for example, I've been working on my patience. That is one thing that I struggle with that holds me back, because I'm just like, sometimes I want to shake. I'm like, why? Why are you at this part of your journey? Why aren't you understanding? So for me, that I need to be patient. I'm always saying, people are on their own journey, their own path, because this reminds me that to be patient. Everybody has a learning process. I was there once. And so that part was really like, wow, eye opening. It talked about my confidence. And, there has been times in the past where I've been like put down, and my confidence has spiraled down, I guess you can say. And, I don't want to step out in front of anybody unless I have to. And so I was like, wow, like, how can that hinder us? How can that just change our lives, these little things? And it also talked about how I need to take into consideration other people's feelings. And I was like, wow, because I can be a little harsh, like, but I need to be compassionate in the way that I express things. And that's some of the things I've been working on. That's some of the things I've been noticing. Like, why is this coming up? Why do I feel like that? And to get that clarity and reflect this morning was amazing. It was really, really amazing, because it reminds you the coincidences and everything. It's a form of communication, and we need to learn and express and understand how to read that language. And most of us don't even realize that there's a silent language there that's trying to contact us or let us know what path we need to take. And so for me, this helped with the inner work, because inner work to me is super, super important. It's what changed my life. It's what's given me the freedom and the keys to really tap into me. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wouldn't have got clear on who I was inside. So inside is always a constant work. It doesn't ever stop. And it's a good thing. Most people are like, oh, I got to keep working constantly the rest of my life. Well, you got to constantly learn how to be a better person every day. And there might be situations that change, and you're going to have to be able to adapt to it. So, and then it talked about getting out more, and when I go out, my confidence and my appearance. Sometimes I'm comfortable, sometimes I'll want to get dressed up, and it makes me feel better just for me. That's my confidence. But people can feel that vibe, and it draws people in. So when you're feeling down, you're going to get nothing but negativity. And then when you're feeling good and confident, and you're dressed nice, you like get looks, and you're like, oh wow, you can see the difference. And this vibration should always be with us, the high vibe, the feeling good, the confident. And we lack that. Like for me, I lack that sometimes. I'm like, oh, you know um there was a situation that happened to me when I was younger that made my sexuality feel um like I wanted to hide. And I still carried it into my adulthood. It's like I would only wear certain clothes because I didn't want nobody to look at me in that way. And so that's still something that I work through. And so confidence and all of this, it's all tied into one another. Every stepping stone, like I like to look at it as a stepping stone, because they are stepping stones. Everything is a layer as well. Maybe we'll go and work on this one thing, but then we have to learn that there may be layers to it. We may have to work on a different aspect of it. And so coincidences, synchronization, silent language of the universe. So please get clear on how um, that pertains to your life. If you need help, reach out. I'm here. I've had quite a few people I've done sessions on, and they're like, what does this mean? What does this mean? How do we fix this and that? And that's beautiful. That's what I love. That's what I'm here for. It makes me happy. It makes my heart happy to see these amazing transitions, and to realize people are awakening. People want to figure out who they are. They want to know how to better their lives. They're tired of being stuck. And to me, that is just the best feeling in the world. And to get confirmation this morning on some of the things that I need to work on, it's like, okay, I was starting to work on it, but I didn't know the full aspect of why and how it impacted my life. So getting that clarity really helped me move forward today and see things in a whole nother light. And I'm super thankful for my community, my friends, my family, my husband. And I'm definitely going to work on my patience. I'm going to work on how expressing my love and things like that. So we all get signs. Ask yourself, what does this sign mean? What does this coincidence mean? Why did I meet that person? Why did this opportunity come up? Did I ask for it? You may not have asked for it at that moment. You may have asked for it in the past, because the past comes into fruition, right? Through present and then future. So, for example, say I don't know, what's a good example? I can't think of one right now. A good example. I know a good way of example of tapping into your feelings, like living in the now. So you go back to a time where you experienced a feeling, right? Maybe say like a birthday. And you experience that feeling in this moment. You're like, oh, can you recall your fifth birthday? And then you travel back into that time and you feel into those feelings and remember what was going on that day. And but you're still in the present moment in the now, and then you're like, okay, I want my next birthday to look like this, and then maybe you got your next birthday to look like that. You manifested that back in the past, and whatever you were doing worked out in the present moment to the future. So everything that happens to us, we have unconsciously or consciously put it out there and not realized it. So one key aspect is being consciously aware of our decisions and how everything we do is going to impact our life. Everything that's presented to us, how it's going to impact our life. So, I just thought that was super important. I wanted to share my experience with you, because we're all growing. We don't ever stop growing. And it was an amazing realization this morning, and to be able to share with you some of my experiences and what I go through, to make your life less miserable, makes me happy, because like I said, doing it alone is hard. You don't really understand unless you have a community of like-minded people, to understand you. My family understands me to a certain aspect, but certain things I try to tell them and they don't understand. They're like, what the hell is she talking about? So I thought that was something I needed to share with you today in regards to growth and the universal silent languages, the coincidences, and how they do impact our life. So look at the signs around you. Do you see number sequences? Do you always see maybe letters, repetitions of something, or somebody's always popping up in your head? Things like that. Those are synchronizations and coincidences. So that is a sign something is trying to capture your attention. So please pay attention to it and just really sit there in quiet and ask yourself, what does this mean? Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to go enjoy my beautiful Saturday for a little while and see what comes up for me. So I love you. I hope you have a great day. Aloha.